Well, it's a bright, sunshiny day, East Texas. I'm your morning host, Kenny Smith, and I thank you so much for being a part of my day at 99.9 KMOO. Going to be a great day to do just about anything you got a mind to do. Let's start off with a little bit of great music starting right now.
You've worked just about every con gang known to man in your young life. In the last 17 years, we've had you in here for everything but wife abuse.
I'm not married.
Not just yet, Blake.
Because?
Because someone wants to see you.
Who?
The lady who put up your bail.
Lady.
I have a job I want you to do for me, and if you do it, I'll see you stay out of jail until your trial.
To the members of the humble church, it is my pleasure to introduce Brother Raleigh Blake to serve as your pastor. Brother Raleigh, would you come here and say a few words?
I don't know what I can say, except that it will be my pleasure to work with you people if you folks will have me.
Well, I don't know about you, but I believe that is the worst preacher that I've ever heard.
You mean none of them can play?
No, they're terrible. Dad, why can't we go back playing with the Yankees?
Why can't they, Wilburn?
Because I want them to play on my team.
Well, it's going to be a disaster.
I coach a Little League baseball team, spend a lot of time with them. You ever coach?
Hardly.
Got time to help me?
I don't know what I can do.
I'll figure something out.
Well, by George, you made it.
Don't act so surprised.
Need something that'll pass for bleachers.
Say, I don't believe I know you. I'm Roy Blainsley.
Well, if he's going to practice without you, then I'm going to be there every time to make sure he doesn't take over from you.
I was going to come by the church this afternoon. I thought you'd like to know Wilburn had a heart attack last night, and he's in the hospital.
Bad one?
No, it's a pretty good hospital. Sorry, I couldn't pass that one up. You meant the heart attack, right?
As you probably know, Mr. Barnett is in the hospital because he suffered a heart attack and will be for another week. Now, he will be unable to be your coach for the rest of the year, so I'm going to be your coach.
Will you still come and work with us, Brother Raleigh?
No, Lonnie. I'm afraid Miss Barnett will have to do it all by herself.
Then I'm not playing.
Me neither. Just what do you mean by not supporting me in this? I told Wilburn it was a mistake to get you to help him in the first place. I don't know how yet, but I will make you regret ever having set foot in this town. I will never speak to you again.
You're going to have to help me out, Wanda. That second part, that's a threat too? I need you to help me get this team into playing shape.
Now, Rev,
Now listen, the word around town is that you used to play AAA ball. And if you want Lonnie to be on a winning team, you're going to find the time to help me out.
Who was that just drove off?
I'm going to help a detective set up a raid on a trailer where the drug maker has his lab.
I hear y'all got a new preacher in your church, Miss Hazel.
We sure do, and he's a nice-looking one at that.
Well, I'm not sure I like what he's doing.
And what's that?
Bringing all those new people in.
But Miss Modine, isn't that what he's supposed to do?
Well, we've been doing all right for years now without anybody coming in trying to tell us what to do.
All right, we've been about to close the doors for years.
All I've got to say is if he keeps bringing in a bunch of new folks, nobody better try and take my seat.
In case you haven't heard, I am Marvin Miller. And you must be Raleigh Blake, the new preacher at the humble church.
How did you know that?
Word gets around the beauty shop when a nice-looking man comes to town, and hopefully an unattached, nice-looking man.
I wouldn't know about that, but what can I do for you?
Well, I think the subject today would be, what can I do for you?
We've got a lot in common, you and I.
How's that?
We're both trying to hide from our past in a small town.
Well, I've always thought that life was kind of like a seesaw.
Got its ups and downs?
No. Sooner or later, some fat butt comes along and slams you to the ground.